Hey all, Hipper here. So today we are taking out a ship I have never taken out before on this channel, and that's because I don't really know what to do with it really. But anyway, here is a battle in the Southern Dragon, and that is a tier 6 Miyogi, pretty much. And of course in this battle here there are a flood of tier 7s. There's me, and then there's another tier 6. All the others are tier 7s. So that's of course kind of a problem here, because there's a reason I don't really play many tier 6 cruisers, and the primary reason is that they're just so inadequate when you face tier 7s. It's really a huge problem, I think. Only a few of them can really, hold their own. Tier 6 battleships, not so bad. Like, compared to tier 7s, yes, they're worse, but not to the same degree as cruisers are. And destroyers, there's hardly any difference, really. And that goes all the way down to tier 4. I mean, the kamikaze down there is pretty much as good as a tier 7 destroyer anyway. So there's not much there. But cruisers, like tier 6 and tier 7, is a huge difference. So as you might have guessed with this video here, that means we have started on the Japanese cruisers for our, solid cruiser play videos. And I'll say again, these are videos that are average or just above average, where, you do your job as a cruiser, as an agile cruiser, that is. And that's pretty much it, really. It's not about battles with Krakens or high calibers, Confederates and all that stuff. It's pretty much just, doing your job, playing the objective and supporting your team. So like I said, there's full of tier 7s in this battle here. And I really want to get in and cap C, and that's why I was going in, and then I met resistance, and then I turned out, and now I'm going to try again once I get a little bit of cover. As you can tell, there are no destroyers in this battle here, so I have to cap whether if I like it or not. And that's why I am just being a little bit careful here, because there's a lot of tier 7s and I need a bit of cover before I can start to cap here. So I'm blasting the cap with torpedoes, hoping to keep the big bad battleships away while I go around this rock and then try to cap from this side. Because I'm the only ship on this flank here, and it looks like at least half the red team are moving this way. So if I can grab the cap, that's awesome. If I can't grab it, that's also fine. I just have to defend this flank here for as long as I possibly can. There's no running away. If you run away from your flank, you are asking to lose the battle. So I am like totally outnumbered by tier 7s, and it's not a fun battle, this one here, but it happens, and you just have to make the best of the situation. And as you can see, I'm being totally left alone on this whole flank here with at least 4 ships. And most people I see when I play, they either panic and just get taken out immediately, or they just leave the flank and go join the blue ships on the other side. And that's the worst thing you can do. Like, you have to play the hand you are dealt, and in this game here I was dealt a terrible hand, and that's just too bad. I mean, you just have to make the worst, like the best of it, not the worst of it. So right now I only have to face the Atago, so now is the time to move in. Like I said, we don't have any destroyers in this battle here, so I'm not really too worried about getting spotted. But it also means that I have no one spotting for me, even if I had a destroyer over here on this flank where like I am by myself. And the only thing I have to worry about is the carrier, because I don't want to get spotted now that I'm heading in. Because this is basically a Miyoko. You see, I'm already down to pretty much half health for taking one salvo earlier on. I mean, this is no Atago at all. So as you can see, my team is doing a really good job over on the A flank, and like, let's be honest here, they should do a good job because they are all over there. And I fully expect to lose this flank at some point, because like I said, I am by myself. But if I can grab this cap here for just a little while, get us some points, and then just keep defending it for as long as I possibly can, that'll buy, 1, my team some time, and 2, it'll buy us a lot of points, and 3, it'll also buy me a lot of points. But that's obviously a different thing. So like I said, we only have to face the Atago over here right now, so I'm just gonna sit here unspotted and see if I can finish capping before he gets too wise and realizes, hey, there's something over here that I have to kill. I don't really want to have this fight here because a Southern Dragon versus an Atago, that is just not fair. Because primarily he has the forward-facing torpedoes, so he's able to be a lot more aggressive than I am. And of course, he's a tier 7 with much better armor, and yeah, it's just a losing battle. So my only hope is to Citadel him here because, like I said, I am unspotted. He doesn't know where I am, and really, he should probably know better. That the only place I could be. And that first salvo, totally, I get nothing out of it. And he replies with HE, which is my chance. If he had AP loaded, I was done for there. So I make sure I get all my guns firing there because I have an agile build and my turret rotation is quick, and I take pretty much all his health there. And that means, okay, I got an angle now, and then I just gotta take out, well, the last few bits of his health here, and then we should be able to go back and grab the cap or whatever we have to do. And he's not getting any support either, so that's just perfect. And this is like a tier 6 cruiser bullying a tier 7. It's not something you see very often, but he is also just showing broadside. But look how little health I have left now, and I haven't really done anything in this battle. I took a salvo early on, and that took half my health. And then I like took a one-on-one with this Atago, and it took like pretty much my other half. So yeah, it's looking a little bit sad for me now. Alright, so I have to give up this cap now here. I don't have the hit points, especially now, to take on all these tier 7 battleships over here. If I go back for the cap, it's probably just going to be someone one-shotting me. So it's a much better choice just to, you know, play it a little bit more safe here, set some fires and like reset. Like, nobody really understands the importance of resetting. Well, I'm not saying nobody, but many players that I run into haven't got a clue how important it is to reset other players when they're trying to cap. It's just like, if you are a destroyer and you're spotted anyway, then just send one shell towards the guy who is almost finished capping, so he has to, you know, cap again. You will get a lot of XP for that. And of course, the guy who's capping will have to sit like totally like without protection inside the cap for another minute. Like, it's so important. It's very, very important, and so many people just don't get it. And it's just terrible to see sometimes. Anyway, the Bismarck is moving in, and obviously I have no business attacking him with 1,000 hit points left. Like, pretty much like 1 or 2 secondary hits is enough to take me out. So I am going to have to just sit here and be happy with denying him the cap. That's all I can do. So I'm going to sit here where I'm unspotted, and I'm lucky that someone's actually spotting this battleship here for me. And that means that I can just keep resetting him so he doesn't get the cap, because we don't want these blue guys to get any caps. Because we are ahead on points, but since everybody left one flank, I don't have a lot of trust in this team here, and I worry a little bit what they're going to do. Like, this could be, you know, a throw team. So I'm going to stay over on this flank. I'm going to keep resetting this Bismarck here. So one, he's wasting time trying to get this cap that he's never going to get, because I'm just going to sit here and reset him. And that keeps him out of the battle, at least keeps him out of the other flank, and you know, leaving the guys over there. And I'm just wasting his time, really, and I cannot really attack him. I mean, I have too little HP, and even if I was full hit points, I can't really do much against the Bismarck in a tier 6 Southern Dragon. If I was in an Atago, it's a completely different story. This would be like a dream scenario. It's like, oh, a Bismarck undefended in a cap, and there's a nice island I can just, you know, slingshot around from and then torp him completely. Yeah, it's not gonna happen because I'm in a Southern Dragon. And even if I was full health, by the time I would make it up to the Bismarck, if I was rushing him, I would be sunk. That's just, yeah, true story, and just too bad. So I have to play smart here. It's not interesting, not a cool battle, not a like action-packed battle, but a smart battle. If I just keep defending this cap here, well then hopefully the blues are going to be able to push through on the other side and then come to my rescue at some point. So what's the point with this video or any other solid cruiser play video I do? Well, the point is never give up your flank. If you spawn at B, sometimes it can be a good thing to give up B and go to either A or C, depending also what you're playing. If you're a destroyer and one of the flanks don't have a destroyer, then you should go to probably that flank. But it depends on the map and what ship you're in and how people spawn and so many things. But if you spawn on a flank, well, tough luck. You just gotta defend that flank. Like Spartan Elite says, win your side and then do whatever you want to do. But you have to win your side first. If you don't do that, then you are a detriment to your team, really. Well, that's not correct. I mean, you have to fight for your side. I mean, you could lose your side, and that's fair enough. I mean, it happens, and that's just too bad. But you cannot abandon your side or your flank. That's the point here. Even if you are a cruiser, and even if you are outnumbered, and even if you're facing 7 tier 7s in the squishiest tier 6 cruiser there is, it's just too bad. You drew the short straw this time, and you just gotta have to make the best of it. Maybe next battle you will get a sweet spawn. So this is what Southern Dragon and Miyoko and whatever all the Japanese cruisers except Atago was made for. It's getting chased by battleships, I really don't have any intention of hitting this guy here. That's why I'm using the wide spread, because also I have no idea where he's gonna go, and he's pretty far away. So a tight spread, I'm not sure I would have a lot of luck with that, to be honest. And mostly I just want to scare him, because I don't want him to keep running after me. I am unspotted, but if I slow down or do something, because he's right on the edge of my circle, I have about 1 kilometer of leeway, and I really want to get into some cover. So that's why I want him to turn. I don't really necessarily want to sink him. That would be nice though, but I really want to scare him away. And now I took the opportunity to shoot at him, and I'm thinking, uh-oh, that was probably a mistake. But I do have an agile build on this thing here, and we'll just, get a little jiggy with it here. It's not as good as Atago at all. Actually, it's not as good as Mogami either, but it's decent. Yeah. I got this ship as a CC for free back when it was available, and would I have bought it myself? Probably not, because I never play the tier 6 Japanese cruiser. I always just jump up just one more tier to tier 7, where it's just so much better there. Tier 6 is a really bad tier for cruisers. If you want to play cruisers, then play them at tier 5 or tier 7 or legendary tier. Do not play tier 6, because it's just, it's just not the best tier for cruiser play at all, because it's kind of halfway between tier 5 and tier 7, well, obviously, but it means that you can't do an agile build. I do have an agile build on Southern Dragon here, and it's the only real one that really works. And you don't get all the goodies that you get on tier 7 cruisers, like radar and all that stuff. And you might get matched with tier 7 cruisers, and then it's just too bad, because they're just so much more powerful. Especially after they got buffed when they were facing the legendary tier, like the rudder got buffed, and many of the tier 7 cruisers has got buffs. So they just totally outclass the tier 6 cruisers, totally. It's not even a contest. So that's why I never play tier 6, except when I take out the Cheshire for a little fun run once in a while. Anyway, you can see we actually didn't ever get B or C. No one ever took them. No one took C because I kept resetting this Bismarck here, denying him the opportunity to get a cap and get points for his team. And I also kept the Atago out of that one. And once it was time to retreat, I did that. I didn't really want to do that, but you can see, I'm down to 1,000 hit points, and it's better to have me alive to at least do some spotting and, you know, resetting and stuff, instead of just like rushing this Bismarck and maybe getting one torpedo and then dying. So that was another solid cruiser play video here, this time in the Southern Dragon, a ship I have never played before on this channel. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you out there.